Welcome to the Hospital Point Virtual Tour, presented today by the United States Coast Guard Auxiliary. Hospital Point Light is an active aid to navigation maintained by the United States Coast Guard. Built in 1871, it marks Salem Sound's main shipping channel between Little Misery Island and Baker's Island. The Lighthouse Tower was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1987. The station grounds include the tower, a lightkeeper's house, a barn, a garage, and a brick oil house. The light was automated in 1947, and the house was designated as a residence for the commander, 1st Coast Guard District. The dwelling underwent extensive modifications in 1968 and again in 1986. Prior to the lighthouse, October 10th, 1775. America's first naval vessel, the schooner Hannah, and the HMS Nautilus, engaged in the first naval battle of the Revolutionary War, just offshore of Paul's Head, so named for the owner at the time, Paul Thorndike. From 1871 until its automation in 1947, the property was home to just 6 lighthouse keepers: William Friend, Joseph Herrick, Levi Clark, Richard Dixon, Arthur Small, and Carl Hill. Prior to the lighthouse, October 12, 1775. Earthwork defenses with cannons were approved on Paul's Head and the adjacent Woodbury's Point. A J-shaped berm is still visible on the property today. The 45-foot square pyramidal brick tower is topped by a 10-sided lantern room containing a 3.5 order Fresnel lens with a 70-foot high focal point. The tower is 14.5 feet wide at the base with a 16-foot wide gallery. 40 steps with a landing every 4th step lead to a 7-tread wooden ship's ladder at the top. Prior to the lighthouse, in 1801, a smallpox hospital was built on the upper portion of the property, and the location was renamed Hospital Point. During the War of 1812, the hospital was used as a barracks. The tower's rare 3.5 order Fresnel lens is one of only a few remaining Fresnel lenses left in Massachusetts. It shines a fixed white light of 12,000 candle power, out to 14 nautical miles. A unique condensing panel increases the candle power to 28,000 in a 7-degree arc, indicating the main shipping channel in Salem Sound. Prior to the lighthouse, in June of 1849, the smallpox hospital was destroyed in a fire. 20 years later, in 1869, the U.S. Lighthouse Board requested funds to complete the lighting of Salem Harbor. Hospital Point would be one of the sites used for the new lighthouses. In 1875, a wooden barn, 15 feet by 22 feet, was constructed. It now serves as an equipment storage room and office for the Admiral's Special Command Aide. The Special Command Aide at Hospital Point serves to create and maintain an environment suitable for the flag officer to conduct official business. Prior to the lighthouse, in 1870, Congress approved the funding of 3 lighthouses: a temporary wooden structure at Hospital Point, and lighthouses at Derby Wharf and Fort Pickering were built in 1871. In 1872, the present brick lighthouse was erected. Around 1901, A brick oil house 10 feet by 12 feet was constructed on the property. Whale oil was becoming difficult to obtain and more expensive, so lighthouses switched to kerosene to fuel the light. The volatility of kerosene required it to be stored some distance away. With 8-inch thick walls, the small building serves as storage today. During World War II, the keeper's house was reconfigured as a barracks for 20 service members, and in 1942, a wood-framed garage was built. In 1948, concrete sidewalks and a flagpole were installed on the property. The storm-damaged flagpole has since been removed. Prior to 1871, ships had no major lights to guide them through Salem Sound once they passed Baker's Island. Following the completion of the 3 inner lighthouses, and then the addition of a rear range light in the First Baptist Church steeple on Cabot Street in 1927, navigating the Sound improved greatly. In October of 1775, earthwork fortifications with cutouts for cannons were approved for defense of the harbor against the British Navy. Today, a J-shaped portion of those earthworks is still visible. The exact origin of this fog bell on the property remains uncertain. One popular story claims Rear Admiral Richard Bowman, then commander of 1st Coast Guard District, rescued it from the scrap heap and had it transported and displayed here in 1983. The bell was cast by William Blake and Company of Boston in 1882. Since 2007, a combined active duty and auxiliary Coast Guard team of docents has provided tours of the property to the public on just a few select days each year. Their goal is to share the property's special place in New England's history and the history of the United States Coast Guard. Thank you for joining us on this virtual tour of Hospital Point. If you would like to learn more about the Coast Guard Auxiliary and its missions, visit us at www.cgaux.org. Thank you.